Now back to the action with Jason.
I'm still doing this. I can.
Oh, he's Italian now.
Oh no! Oh,
Just
all right.
hanging out with the
Mint for pillow.
Welcome back to this highly oiled machine that is Festival Fishbowl.
Ooh, highly oiled. I like that. Oh.
Have we got anyone for winning tickets yet? No. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to sweeten the deal. Did we ever find a picture of that T-shirt, Maz?
No.
No, we didn't.
Sorry, no.
Okay, there are Adelaide Comedy T-shirts. Craig Egan, who runs Adelaide Comedy, has given us one. You just saw his ad then. If you would like one,
T-shirts this year.
yeah, they're nice. And if you would like one, you have to also take the being Winona Ryder tickets sucked in. You can be anyone because no, not sucked in. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. But if you want them, you'll get them both. So T-shirts and a ticket there or there.
A package.
Being Winona Ryder 6:15 on Tuesday. And the T-shirt, you can be any size because we'll tell him and then he'll give you the appropriate T-shirt. So get in there and win that.
Problem.
This is Guy Pratt. He's more famous than you. He's doing a show. Tell us about it, sir.
I'm doing a show called Guy Pratt's Wake Up Call because I have a past life as a musician.
Not just a musician, though. Get into it.
Well, yeah, I was just a musician.
So what little garage bands did you play for?
All right, okay. I played for Pink Floyd and Madonna and Michael Jackson. And
Oh,
Roxy
I've
Music
never heard of
and
any
Elton
of
John
those.
and Tom Jones and Iggy Pop and the Pretenders and the Orb and the Lemon Jelly and Ice House.
I heard Ice House. Now, out of all of them, that kind of makes me the most excited.
That's interesting. It was my first proper band. I had absolutely no link with Australia whatsoever. I was 19 years old, and they couldn't find a bass player in Australia. Or more importantly, they thought it would be fabulously pretentious to have an English bass player. So I came down here, and first came to Adelaide in October 1982, where I played the Theberton Theatre, where it was 42 degrees, and the air conditioning broke, and my strings rusted during the show. And that's something I'll never ever forget about Adelaide.
Wow.
But unfortunately, the thing that everyone used to remember about Adelaide, all musicians, unfortunately, Adelaide is famous for the pie floater van, but you've got rid of that, so you are now culturally invisible.
Yep.
Literally, if you bump into David Bowie, I'm going to Adelaide. Oh yeah, pie floater. No, they're not there. Oh, cancel Adelaide.
Well, I think we do have one. Do you know if the pie floater van is
No, it's
still
North
outside
Adelaide.
the GPO?
No, the one in town. So there's apparently you can get one in North Adelaide. There's a couple of places that do them, but they're posh.
Yeah.
Wait, it's got to be really.
You need to get it out of a paper plate.
It used to be a joke we had that it's like, when you come to Adelaide, you had to stay up till 4 and get absolutely twatted just so you could face a pie floater.
Yeah.
You know what I did once? I dared my friend to eat a custard tart floater, and we went to the pie floater, and they let us put a custard, like a tart, upside down and put peas around it, and he ate it. Guess who? Tom Bettany. That's who.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what now. That's what Heston Blumenthal would serve in a restaurant and charge 500 quid for it. Probably.
I think Jamie Oliver is doing something like some kind of pie floater in one of his restaurants in London.
No, who is?
Jamie Oliver.
Is he?
Yeah.
A little coriander and
Bless him for
ready to
that.
roll.
There you go.
That's just it. It doesn't work when it's posh, does it?
Or sober. Have you ever tried to eat one sober?
Exactly.
So after doing all those amazing things, you've decided you're a stand-up comedian as well. I'm sure that it wasn't end and start. I'm sure there was...
No, the weird thing is when I started, because I did kind of think there was a sort of chapter of my life that was over. I'd sort of stopped doing all that and I was just writing music for TV and film and stuff. And I just thought, and so I thought it's just to kind of try and make sense of this insane life that I had. I thought, well, you've got a choice. You can either be that bloke down the pub, who everyone goes, don't start him. Or you can try charging people money. And the weird thing is, when I started doing stand-up, I first did it in Edinburgh, 2005. And then the next 2 years, I was busier as a musician than I'd ever been. Just non-stop. David Gilmour started working, I joined Roxy Music. It was just nuts. And it was kind of like, you get up on stage and take the piss out of pop stars, they start hiring you.
All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly, as Oscar Wilde said, there's only one thing worse than being talked about, and that's being shot in the face. Isn't that what he said?
I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Wow. So I don't even know where to start. So what's your show about?
It's Guy Pratt's Wake Up Call. It's I'm the Julian Assange of rock and roll, if you will, in that both the rape allegations against me are completely fabricated. It's called Guy Pratt. It's 2 points. It's called Guy Pratt's Wake Up Call. It's the thing of when you're on tour, the thing that all musicians live in fear of is the wake up call. That's the thing. It's the thing where you have to get yourself together, and
I would thought they would be more afraid of someone eventually telling those stories in front of other people.
Well,
isn't there what happens on the road stays on the road?
As Tom Binns said, the tagline for my show should actually be "What happens on the road, No, look, I don't know anything.
Has been
I
recorded.
don't know anything that's going to break up any homes. And to be honest, the only person who comes out of it looking a real twat is me. So you know, because we can't go. I mean, because my old show was always just autobiographical. But then I thought, you know what? There's just so many great stories that musicians bandy around. And you think, well, why not just tell them? I mean, just, you know.
And everybody wants to be in on that. They all want to
Everyone
know.
loves it, and also,
Yeah.
and the people you're talking about, kind of, it's nice if you're doing it for them. There's a lot of people who did lots of wild and crazy things, and they've now got themselves together, and they're like very organised, nice family people. And the thing is, they don't want to go around and go, yeah, but I used to be really nuts. But it's quite nice having someone doing it for them.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Like I didn't have a Wikipedia page, and I was going to make one of my own, and then I thought, no, I can't do that. But I was mentioning to someone else, and he made me one. And it's a bit, it's a bit like, yeah, well,
exactly.
I don't mind.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And so, do you tell us a story about? So, what is the craziest thing you've ever seen on the road?
Oh, no, where to start? It's the funny thing. I must say the problem is that unfortunately, having toured with Pink Floyd for many years, that I am slightly underwhelmed by your inflatable pig.
Yep. Hey, that's my fiance. Don't say that. That's
everything else is fantastic, but probably best not to do inflatable pigs when you got me in the building.
yeah. Yeah, you were kind of known for that, weren't you?
Yeah, that was a bit of that was actually
Question
one of
from
the
the
great
chat from Jace.
Oh, chat room question.
Oh.
Here we go. Have you ever had to get 100 M&Ms? Is that a question for me or for Guy?
Go get 100
things. Yeah, so I'm not.
Guy did ask for all
I'm
the
not
green
crew.
If you had to
No,
choose.
I don't get. No, it's like I don't get the tissues. I don't get the champagne.
you?
I don't.
Oh, you don't
Thank you.
fulfill
No,
the riders.
no, Pink Floyd never did that. There was Van Halen who had all the blue M&Ms removed.
Right.
Apparently.
Apparently.
So do you use
Allegedly.
Apparently.
Do you find that comedy and music work well together, or do you prefer one or the other, or does it just depend on what's going on in your life where you're drawn to one more than the other?
All musicians are funny, except singers. So that's why musicians are funny, because we have to deal with singers. But the amount of comedians I know who are frustrated musicians, it's true.
Exactly.
Big difference is, ideally, what I'd really like to do is to do is to do comedy, but to the audiences I play music to, which is clearly never going to happen. But
Why do you say that?
What? Because I'm not going to sell out 5 nights at Wembley Stadium, am I? No.
Not yet, but if you keep going at it, big guy.
There's a thing of, I'm a bass player, I'm the guy at the back, and most of the bands I play with, like the last tour I did with Brian Ferry, and I toured a couple of years ago with him, and there's 12 people on stage, and you're at the back, and you've got to cock up really badly before anyone even notices. And everything's a foregone conclusion. You go on stage with Brian Ferry, you play Love Is the Drug, unless something catastrophic happens, you know what's going to happen. It's all a done deal. We've all entered into this contract. We love Brian loves you, and then we're all going to go nuts. Whereas with the thing with comedy is I stand up there on my own every night, and I have no idea. It could completely die on its arse. I mean, no one, because there's a lot of people coming to my show they don't know what they're going to get. And the awful thing is I have an awful lot of people who are really interested in hearing what I say and just want to come and listen.
And don't
which
really
is
wanna
no use to me at all. I need you to laugh.
We've all been
You're right, you want to hug? You good?
I do get a lot of that. Oh, I really love that show. I listen to every word.
It's riveting.
Yeah.
Really, were you there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hate that. Oh, I just thought it was.
and then
the
I get
best.
I get the Pink Floyd fans who turn up. That's the one who just want to be in the room, and then afterwards come up and they've got their collection of old tour programs and albums for me to sign. Which is very sweet, bless them. I'm not going. It's like, but I would like to point out to these people: do you have any idea how little I want to look at a picture of me when I was 25 and sign it?
Oh dear. Well, before this turns into therapy, do you want to play a game with us?
Yes, I do.
Okay, now
I
reaching
want
into your pocket. That seems like you're going to make
I
up
want
your
to do a
own
little
rules.
bit of trial run on something. I've had an idea. Well, no, because I was watching the previous guest do it, and I thought maybe I should try the more rock and roll version.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
to roll up.
Not only he's chosen 100.
And see if I can snort them.
Alrighty. We're ready to roll.
Let me do a trial run.
Oh God. Well, this will make the promo.
No, it's not going to happen.
Oh really?
No. But you've got a great little bit of footage there, haven't you?
I know. That'll
Will
put you.
follow me for the rest of my days.
All right. Well, at least you tried.
I tried.
No one else.
M&Ms.
Someone tried to use the chopstick, fold it in half, and make chopsticks out of it. That wasn't bad. They did all right. Okay. Well, Guy Pratt, your time starts now. If you want to see Guy doing his thing and then bring all your old memorabilia, all your old Man of Colours singles, feel free. 10:15 at Gluttony, which is just south. What road is it? don't know.
Grenfell.
Oh yeah, okay. I was going to say Grenfell, between Grenfell and Bury. 10:15, and it's all the way till Saturday, so it's only got 1 week left. 10:15. Is that a good time for comedy?
It's a great time for comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, people come in there.
Means I can't start drinking till really late.
Oh, that's true. But it means that they're probably drunk enough to enjoy themselves. Not that I'm. Oh God, I've just insulted Guy Pratt. Right,
No, you
you're
haven't.
very good. Cool. Well, anything else?
Have it, you have.
Yeah.
He just wants to throw you out. Keep sucking. How big?
Oh.
Last time you heard that.
Chat room question.
About 4 o'clock.
Oh, we have another question. I'm going to wait 10 seconds before asking him. What did I miss?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, right. Excellent. Your time is up.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Now, while how is? Are you okay?
While I'm hyperventilating.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. Why are you going to it?
You're
Wow,
seeing
I wish I'd twigged that years ago. I could have saved thousands.
Look how many blue ones. Do you work for Van Halen? Because you've pretty much only taken the blue
Clearly
ones.
not.
Yeah, I guess so. We have one more question in the chat room for
Oh
you.
yes.
24.
Have you seen Roger Waters' recent tour of the
No,
world?
I haven't. I've got a very good friend on it though, who keeps sending me emails every night in tears, going, "These bunch of hacks just don't get it." But I will be going to see it because David Gilmour's appearing one night to do Comfortably Numb. I'm going to go and see him.
Fantastic. Excellent. They're yours if you'd like to keep them. You've got 24, which means...
The first time in my life I'm ahead.
But you're not on the board. I'm sorry.
You're kidding? What? I thought it was really good.
It was really good.
Kinda.
Like, there's been about 60 people have done this. So you're right up there.
Don't patronise me.
I know, that sounded patronising. What am I doing?
You've done jolly well, little
he's
Johnny
only-
Short Trousers.
He's only sucking up because he's got a Pink Floyd copy of On the Wall. You know, he's got something back there.
It's not true. I'm so young and gorgeous, so I don't know who Pink Floyd is. Right.
Well, that's your sadness because you missed out.
I know. Is it true that if you play the wall with
No, it's Dark Side of the Moon with the Wizard of Oz.
yes,
No,
it?
it's not true. Because what people seem to forget is that Dark Side of the Moon was originally a record, which meant you had to stop at the end of side one, take it off, and turn it over. So obviously it didn't sync up. And it is true.
Have you ever done it though?
It is true that if you play Dark Side of the Moon along with the Wizard of Oz, you have smoked way too much pot.
We've
That's
turned
the
into
only thing that
Mythbusters.
I would say it's worth at least having a crack at.
It's not
Smoke a lot of
no,
pot.
that's, no, Nick Mason did have a joke about like that's nothing. You should try Wish You Were Here with the Dam Busters.
All right, you heard it here first. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Absolute pleasure.
All the best through the rest of your season. 10:15 Gluttony till Saturday. Look at that, Guy Pratt.
Brilliant. Thank you.
You're watching Festival Fishbowl live from PJ O'Brien's.